Alright guys, thank you for checking in Stormtopia.com, the Stormtopia.com Facebook page and daily weather update right now. Of course, looking towards an event which appears to be an underperformer for most of the Northeast and not providing very much in terms of snowfall accumulation. I'll show you the latest NAM run for this event. Here we are at 12Z Sunday. First things first with this event. It's two lows coming through and they're going to be pretty similar, except the second low appears to be the one with a little more oomph. Here we are at 12Z Sunday the 13th. Precip spreading back through Lake Huron back through the upper northeast. We are also at this point seeing some enhancement along the lakes, and that enhancement may result in some renegade snow bands through the day on Sunday through northern New England. Meanwhile, rain and snow showers in southern New England, and barely anything through most of the mid-Atlantic. The second thump is stronger. Here's a 998 low. Here's a 990 low. It's likely to be a 992 low because it's going to actually start to weaken as it moves into the northeast. Nevertheless, because it's going north of the lakes, it's going to gather moisture on the southerly side, and therefore you're going to be seeing a decent thump of snow that likely makes its way across the northeast through the day on Monday and into the evening hours of Monday. Okay, it takes until Tuesday to clear out, and Tuesday is not looking like a great day either way, and you can see what happens here is in the onset of the event you're going to be warm advecting for the onset of both events, and you're not, behind that first little thump of snow you're not going to have enough time to get some cold air damming, and you're not going to have enough time to change the wind direction around to the northwest. It takes that second thump of snow to really get that going, which means I think southern New England won't stand the chance of very much snowfall accumulation. Again, the reason for that being that you are warm advecting for most of the event. It's along and north of the track, which runs through here, that you're seeing your decent thump of snow. Elsewhere it's 1 to 3 inches, with some spots seeing even less than that. Now I just show you the NAM forecast model. I can show you the UK Met output here, and here we are. Here's that first batch coming through. This is 12Z Sunday. This is 9 p.m. Sunday. Here's that precip making its way on through. The second batch is developing across northern Minnesota at this time, and then that makes its way through a little bit more amplified. There's your northwesterly wind direction. There's your warm advection across the northeast at the onset. We've run out of frames at that point, but you can also see this is a ref model, what it's showing with not running out of frames. Here you see, here's that first little thing, likely to be some upslope snow in the higher elevations, decent amount of lake effect snow off Ontario, and then that second thump moves through along and north of the track. Those blues color indicating significant thump of snow, likely 3 to 6 inches for the North Country back into Maine. Elsewhere the purples 1 to 3 inches, and then behind it you're switching the winds off to the northwest with an amplified trough, but eventually you're going to be switching back into a warmer pattern, and we're going to talk about that in just a bit. Let's take a look at my snowfall accumulation map. A lot of folks telling me it's too early to put out one. I disagree, and here's my map. It's just a rain and snow shower event for a lot of the northeast this time around, with less than an inch of accumulation. Some spots will see nothing, and then where you're able to get kind of closer to the track, you're able to get some snow on the backside. It's 1 to 3 inches with locally higher amounts in the higher elevations, which will skip all the big cities. 3 to 6 inches east of the lakes and over the high country of northern and upper New England. There's a chance that an isolated area sees 6 to 12 inches east of Lake Ontario. Will there be a 6 to 12 inch amount east of Lake Erie? No, because they are south of the track. Ontario is right on the track, or maybe even a bit north of it. There's a little bit of breathing room in this forecast, so you just need to give it some time, but at this point this is my best estimate of what will occur. Now let's take a look here at the longer range. This is the European 500 millibar anomalies. By the time we make our way out to the 17th at 12Z, and here you can see essentially what we're talking about here. You can see that the Bermuda High kicks in around here. You see those winds switch back out of the southwest, and a spring-like pattern by the 17th. But if you look to the north and you look to Canada, what you see here is that there's still a lot of cold to be tapped. You're still in winter, and there's always the potential that that comes back around. You're getting that Aleutian low, going to create multiple short waves and clippers. Going to be a difficult forecast over the next couple of weeks for the northeast, but I don't think you can just say that it's going to get warm. There's going to be a number of warm-ups that affect this area, but I don't think that winter is over. I think that eventually we're going to see a number of amplified troughs turn us back into a wintry pattern across this region of the United States, and winter's not over. Have a great day and stay tuned to Stormtopia.com. because winter is not over.